Hi guys, and welcome back to another My Little Pony tutorial. If you want to see previous ponies that I've done, I will link them below. I've got a really good response to the ponies that I've already done for the new film that's just come out. So I wanted to do some of the main characters in merpony form. So today I'll be doing Pinkie Pie. So I hope you enjoy this video. You'll be glad to know, well, I've not seen the film yet, I've still not seen the film. I might not be able to see it. Just the cinema's awkward to get to, and I'm trying to save money at the moment. But I'd like to see it, but nobody wants to see it with me. So I probably have to see it alone. But I've not been able to watch it yet, but I watched my first episode of My Little Pony last night, or my first 2 episodes even. So we're just going to start with a circle, and this is going to be the head. Yes, that might be in the wrong place. Yeah, I watched my first 2 episodes of My Little Pony, and I really liked it. It was really good. I was advised by a friend who's obsessed with it to start after season 1, which I tried to watch the first 2 episodes before season 1, and I didn't find them that interesting. And she said to start later on. She said that there was an episode where there was a wedding, and that was quite a big episode, and so I looked for an episode to do with a wedding, and it was the last 2 episodes of season 2. Hopefully you can see that circle there. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, so I'm going to start watching them, see what I think of the rest of them. So you want to start with a big circle like I've just done now. This is going to be the head, and then a little circle there, that's going to be the muzzle. We are going to do a little circle up here, just a little bit away from the head. Just zoom in a little bit so you can see that better. And then one over here. These are going to be where the arms are. I've kind of done it too close to the edge, but her tail's going to come over here, so it's a bit of an awkward position to try and get everything in. So we want to do kind of like an oval shape over here. I wonder if these won't take as long, because I don't feel there's as much detail to these main characters as there is the new characters. The Queen and Sia and Emily Blunt and all that. So I'm just going to zoom in and focus on her face. So we're going to do her eyes. So I think this is the first time we've done a pony face on. Which in retrospect is really weird to draw a horse or an equine creature straight on, because their eyes are on either side of the head. It's just, horses in general are just a little bit awkward, but My Little Pony have managed it well. So I've just done a rough cross to map out where I want the centre of the face to be. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm going to do 2 big circles either side. These are going to be her eyes. Now Pinkie Pie has massive eyes, and to be fair, most of these main ponies have massive eyes. I wonder if it's because, I think they're supposed to be little girls. I assume they're little girls, compared to the Queen and Emily Blunt, which I think are mature ponies, or horses even, if they're mature, I don't know. My Little Pony, I guess it says it in the name. Is a pony a type of horse, or is it a baby horse? This I do not know. Right, so we're going to do two kind of oval shapes for ears each side. And then her eyes. Yeah, her eyes. I'm just thinking whether to do her eyes or her cheeks first. I think I'll do her cheeks first. So we're just going to come down and press on a little bit harder, because this is going to be like the outline. And you want to kind of follow this shape around. Join up these 2 circles. I'm just going to do like a bit of a line here, curved line there, just to kind of show you where the top of the muzzle is, and then two little marks there to show the nostrils. This is not looking at all like her, so I hope it turns out alright by the time that we're done. Right, so you want to do a curved line here because she is smiling, because this is the happy crazy one. And then a more narrow U shape down here. And in here she has a little tongue. I'm just going to shade this in quickly for the back of her mouth. Right, so her eyes, so she's got really like a really happy face. I think those eyes are big enough. I'm just going to do a little curve here on each side to kind of show her cheeks, and these are going to kind of overlap her eyes just a little bit. So her eyes are big and round. You just want to use this circle that you've drawn earlier to kind of scope out where the eye is going to land. And again, as with all the other ponies, you just want to make the top of the eye a little bit thicker to emphasize her eyelashes. She's got like 3 eyelashes. So you can go ahead and do those. 3 eyelashes at the top and then 2 at the side here. Now you want to draw her iris. Let's try and get it right this time. I always get iris and pupil mixed up. Here's another circle with inside the circle. Fairly big, taking up a lot of space. Then her pupil comes next. Just a little, only a little bit smaller. She's got really massive pupils. Now we're going to do a circle up here. And a circle almost in the middle but towards the bottom. And I'm just going to shade in the rest of this just to show you where the pupil is. This would be black normally if you're going to colour it in. It's the first eye. It's looking better so far. Maybe it will look like her by the end, who knows. Hopefully you're having fun anyway. So I'm going to do basically the same thing with this eye. Just kind of follow around what you've already drawn. Make the top of the eye a little bit thicker to emphasize where the eyelids and eyelashes will be. I'm going to do three eyelashes flicking off to the side. And then 2 little ones down here. And the same applies for these eyes. Iris quite big. Pupil quite big. And always when you have like light reflecting in the eyes, it's always going to be the same in each eye. So again, a big circle at the top, a little circle close to the middle / bottom, and then I'm just going to shade in this little bit that would be black normally. You don't have to shade that in if you want to colour it in later on, but I don't tend to colour these in. Just adding a little bit more definition there. Okay, that's the face. So the inside of her left ear, just gonna kind of do that thing that I've explained with every other pony, where it's like reversing this shape but inside the other shape. It's a very technical term. And I'm just going to do like a little bit of a dot here. Really, I guess that should be on the line, but I've drawn the line a little bit lopsided. So the line technically should be here. But I'm just going to do a dot kind of in the middle of her forehead, right? and this is going to come and curve round and meet her ear on that side, on the left side. Yeah, following with me, almost like Count Dracula, but it's half of her face. So I'm just going to quickly just move this up here. I'm going to quickly do a circle up here and a circle over here, and then a circle over here. I'm only doing it really lightly. I think that's right. I'm just kind of roughly mapping out where her hair will be. There's actually another circle down here. And then I'm going to do a little circle there. It's all about the circles. Okay, so you want to start from this point here, and you want to kind of do a long S shape and meet up with that circle, covering this ear. So, I'm just going to start off and go round. Then you want to come back on yourself, inwards, come out, round and follow this first circle, going at the point, come out, round, in at the second point, out, round, in the other point. And then I'm just going to do some lines to kind of show her fins. This is normally her hair, but obviously they've turned into fins because they are mermaid ponies. Just going to kind of rub out these rough circle lines that I did before. And then some more lines over here. Right, and then I'm just going to fill in the rest of her ear, so we want to pop out there. Just kind of showing the rest of her head behind. Okay, so that's more or less her head. We're going to move on down to her body, so I'm just going to do, actually this oval should have been, I feel like it should have been over here a little bit more. Yeah, so we're going to come down for her neck and round. Do you know what? I'm going to do this unorthodox. I'm not following the reference because of the page, so let me zoom out because you didn't see that properly. So I'm going to kind of do a circle around here because that's where I'm going to roughly have her tail. I'm going to zoom out again. So a circle down here is roughly where the tail is going to be. So her neck's a little bit thicker, I've noticed, than the other queens. Maybe this is because, again, she's a child. So we're just going to softly follow down using this circle that we did earlier where its chest is as a rough guide. I'm going to come down and go around, dipping into where the where this running out of words now. Dipping into where this circle is at the bottom, which is going to be her tail. Maybe that should be a little bit thinner. Now her arms, using these circles that we did earlier, just come more or less straight out, like she's reaching out to give you a big hug. Just do a little line there to emphasize where the hoof is. I'm just rubbing out the line of her body underneath. So that's one arm. And then we've got the second arm over here, which is more or less the same thing. Just stretching out, reaching out as though she's going to give you a big hug. Horses are such a weird animal to choose to make anthropomorphic. It's like, it's so weird. Right, so adding more lines to this little hair piece here behind her arm from earlier. Down here next to her, just under her arm near her armpit, I'm just going to do like an S shape once again. I know I've like not mapped out a circle, but hopefully if I can just draw it quickly you can see what I'm doing. There we go, it's kind of like an S shape. Again, draw some lines. Now she has got a few scales on her chest. Kind of added digitally. I might just go in and just do those just for fun, just quickly. So just drawing some quick U shapes. They don't quite look like this on the actual cartoon, because it's more of effect than a drawing. But I just thought it'd be fun to add some scales like that. You don't have to go crazy with them. Just a little hint. I think I need to make her neck a little bit smaller as well from earlier. So I'm just going to rub this out. Thank goodness for Prismacolor. These are Right, these are Prismacolor erasable pencils. So even the coloured pencils, you can rub them out. I mean, you can use a normal pencil, but I just like the colour. Thank goodness they're erasable. Right, so her little fins on the back are kind of three kind of like, I don't even know how to describe them, so I'm just going to draw them. I've done three kind of oval shapes, three oval circles. Now just coming up from the root, you want to go up, round, in, a point, up, round, down. And again, these have lines on, but also her cutie marks are on her fins, which are balloons. So I'm just going to do some little balloons really quick. Which are just oval shapes with like almost little triangles on the bottom. And then squiggly lines. I'll just a little texture / colour to them. Right, so down to her tail. So the last part is her tail. So let me just... It's a bit of an unusual shape, but it's following these motifs of like fat round circles that draw on her head and her fins. So we've got 2 circles either side of the top. Yep. 2 circles, 2 fatter circles towards the bottom, and then 2 long, like oblong shapes at the bottom. So it's kind of like 6 different circles, kind of mirroring each other. So hopefully just map them out roughly where they are. Look at how I'm drawing them now. They're pretty easy to draw, just follow these circles round roughly. So we want to come round in at the point. Round in at the point up here. I'm going to do the same at the other side. Round and in at the point. Round. Up. Now the bottom is like a real kind of, almost like a real mermaid's tail. So you just go down kind of into little fins at the bottom. And the same on the other side. So up at the top we're going to just do some little curves where the bottom of her tail ends and the fins begin. And then what else but some lines to finish it off to show that the fins. And you want to have them kind of fanning out outwards. It kind of looks like a spade shape from a deck of cards. And you know what? Just to finish this off, when I've finished rubbing out these guidelines, I'm going to add some bubbles to this just because they're all underwater. I think it's the first time I've done it for any of these characters, but I think she just needs a few little bubbles to finish it off. So I'm just going to do some little circles. Here and there. We always draw bubbles with like underwater scenes, but I'm wondering how often you get to see bubbles in the deep blue sea underwater. Do bubbles really often happen? Let me know if you're a deep sea diver. Right, so here we are. Here is Pinkie Pie. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, you can look at here right now, some other tutorials, some other pony tutorials. I'll be doing some more of the main characters. Next, I think I'm going to do either Rainbow Dash or Rarity. So stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.